So, the Dolphins haven't won a single playoff game since Kane was still roaming the earth. 2000 was the last time they snagged a postseason W. We're talking a quarter-century of heartbreak, wasted potential, and fans just begging for a reason to punch the air. Seriously, Miami stands alone in the NFL as the only team that's gone this long without tasting playoff victory. It's almost surreal. They've scraped into the playoffs just 5 times in the last 24 years, and every single time, they tipped their caps too early. Boom. First-round exit. No hangover from victory. Nothing to build on. Just the same old deflation every time. Now we're on the verge of year 25 of futility. And if they choke again, we better believe the hurricane's coming. Not just figuratively, but all across the leadership structure. Right now, everyone's eyes are flicking toward Mike McDaniel. Hot seat? No, more like molten lava seat. Coaches come and coaches go. But the media narrative is this. No playoff wins this year. His job might be toast. But here's where it gets sticky. Chris Grier, the GM, has got a sweat too. See, Grier's been in the building since 2000. The last time Miami even sniffed a playoff win. Before that, he was just a paper-shuffling scout. Then he rose, assistant director, director of college scouting, finally GM in 2016. So he's been every bit the architect of this era's, well, chronic failure. If wins don't arrive, his hands aren't clean either. Owner Stephen Ross might sound loyal. He kept McDaniel and Grier after the 2024 no-show. But make no mistake, that move was not about unwavering faith. Ross made it clear, don't take continuity for satisfaction. At the end of the season, he dropped this. We will take a hard look at where we have fallen short and make the necessary changes. He literally laid down the gauntlet. Fix it, or face the consequences. And truth bomb. Ross said he's accountable for everything, failures included. The structure's giving him a chance. But the leash is gone, and it's pretty short. So what did Miami do in the offseason? They hit the trenches, front and center. Additions, 2 offensive linemen, 3 defensive linemen via free agency and the draft. That sounds good. Solid. But then what else? Not much. A little depth in the secondary. Swap Jalen Ramsey for Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Jonas Smith for Darren Waller. Big names, sure. But let's cut to the chase. That's not a fireworks display. Depth matters, but they didn't address every glaring issue. The O-line and D-line? Good. The rest? Leaves you wondering if Miami is playing checkers or chess next season. Here's the big spotlight. They roll into the season with a power trio up front, Phillips, Chubb, and Robinson. Alongside finally, healthy Tua Tagovailoa. Fitness matters more than you might think. If all those pieces are intact, you've got a blast radius. And yes, they could blow teams apart. But the flip side? One tweak, one strained hamstring, one freak injury, and we're back to square one. Football is brutal that way. And don't get comfy in the secondary. Corners are still sketchy. There's talent, yes, but consistency? Nah. Veteran presence would have helped, and still would. But they didn't bring one in. That tells you something about their game plan. Either faith in youth or cash constraints. Either way, doubters remain. Culture in Miami? That's McDaniel's mountain to climb. This year, more than any, the vibe has to be contagious. They need swagger. Fire. But swagger without results is just hot air. And talk is cheap. If things sputter come January, if their postseason run ends as it has before, Grier's future could unravel just as fast. He's the man who assembled this thing. If they flame out again, fingers will point upward. And that's the heart of the story. A team caught between hope and history. On paper, lines rebuilt, Tua healed, pass rush primed. This looks like a squad ready to break their curse. But intangible gaps linger. Corners who still struggle. No big-money veteran presence in secondary. A coach whose charisma is strong, but whose record in crunch time isn't. You feel the tension. You should. This is more than a season. It's a litmus test of everything Miami's built toward. The bones, the brains, the belief. Is Tua finally going to stay healthy? We all remember the half season he was out, then came back like a ghost of what he was. This offseason, he's fully fit. Fully. That could be the X factor. But if injury strikes again, If mobility's still limited, game over. That fragile line between breakthrough and breakdown is as thin as Tua's rib cartilage. Can the new linemen gel? Drafted newcomers and free agent signings don't just plug holes. They've got to click with veterans, understand communications, master stunts. That takes time and heartbreak drills. If even one guy missteps at the snap, blitzers eat your backfield. Chemistry matters a lot.